Well, hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I do have my prediction, preview and everything you need to know before Southampton versus Hull City live at the St Mary's Stadium in Southampton tomorrow night, being that rearranged fixture because of the FA Cup. So this is our game in hand, so this is the one that all things lead to. Hopefully we can pick up a point. 3 points would be huge in our playoff push, and also in turn in Southampton's playoff push for the automatic places, but who knows what will happen come the end of the season. We might face Southampton at Wembley, so this might not be the last time we see them this season. So we'll crack straight into an injury update. And for once, we do have quite a bit of an injury update. We'll first start off with one that's not quite an injury, and that being Jean-Michel Seri. Of course, he was at the game against Huddersfield on Saturday. Didn't play, wasn't on the bench or anything. Was just there to watch and support the Tigers in that fantastic Jacob Greaves win, we'll call it. And he was there, he watched the game and all that sort of stuff. And apparently he is training with the squad and everything since he came back from AFCON. So he's training back with the squad now. We'll see what happens, whether he starts, whether he's on the bench for this game, but he will probably get some minutes in some capacity against Southampton. So brilliant news that, especially considering the fact that Tyler Morton might be out for a little bit of time. He did pick up an ankle knock, it has been put down as in the game against Huddersfield, which then resulted in him getting subbed off at half an hour into the game. Matty Jacobs replacing him. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too much of an injury issue. He may miss out the Southampton game. There's no official word whether he is fit, he's ready to start or on the bench or whatever. But it certainly sounds like he will not be starting this game unless some miracle happens today and he's magically fit. So that's one to keep touch and go on, is Tyler Morton. And then one other thing, Liam Delap, I'll come to some news about him later on in the video, so you have to stay tuned about that one. But first, we'll crack into my Hull City predicted starting 11, powered by friends over at Fanhub. You surely know what Fanhub is by now, but if you don't, use my link down in the description, use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR. It's a fantastic app. It rewards you for being a football fan for free. Why would you not download it? You don't have to be a fan of Hull City. You can be a fan of any club. Just input your club. You can then predict your starting 11 when you go to games. You get more rewards for that. You get rewards for just looking at content around your club. It's fantastic. Go and download Fanhub, and thank you to them for being our little partners here. So, predicted starting 11. A few little changes, considering the team that was put out against Huddersfield Town, and I think that these are changes for the better, especially considering the current situation. So Ryan Alsop retains his spot in net, despite the little bit of a shakiness on that goal, which maybe he could have done a little bit better to save on. It was a very, very solid performance yet again from Ryan Alsop between the sticks for City, which seems to be an ongoing theme for him, where he has one little hiccup, but then the rest of his game is fantastic. So well done for him on that one, and hopefully he can put out a stellar performance here tomorrow night. The back four: Regan Slater, Alfie Jones, Jacob Greaves and Ryan Giles. Yeah, I don't think that the back four will necessarily change from the one that started against Huddersfield. Of course, Regan Slater in that adopted right back spot. You can make a contention with Cyrus Christie being there, but obviously Louis Coyle having a few hamstring issues. I don't think that Rosini would probably want to risk him, especially against a team like Southampton, where it will be high energy, high impact, and you don't want your captain and a player like Louis Coyle to be put out for some time just for rushing in to a game too early. So I think having Regan Slater there, and obviously you have got a very, very strong back line of Jones, Greaves and Ryan Giles to back up, which makes it quite nice. And of course, Jacob Greaves, might as well play him at striker, might we? CDM pairing or the defensive midfield pairing, but it doesn't have to be defensive midfield at all. Greg Doherty, and I think I've put him in there just because of Tyler Morton, and you're not sure if Seri's going to start. If Seri starts, I'd start him over at Greg Doherty any day of the week, of course, but especially seeing his passion when Jacob Greaves scored that late minute winner. It really did something to me. And then the other one, Abdushamir. Why are we not starting this lad? He's come on in 3 separate appearances, I believe, and he's been fantastic in all of them. I'll pull up his stats from the game against Huddersfield. Mind you, he didn't start. He didn't come on at half time. He only played a handful of minutes. How much? 28 minutes. Played 28 minutes. Got an assist for the winning goal. 100% pass accuracy with 14 passes. 100% ground duels won in 3. And then recoveries and fouls won 2 of both. And that was the most in the game. And he only played 28 minutes. Why are we not starting this lad? It seems stupid. So I definitely would start Abdushamir. He needs more minutes. Moving forward, Fabio Carvalho, Anas Zaroury, and Jane Philogene. You can't really let one of them out or whatever to put someone in. Maybe you could make a contention that Anas Zaroury has put a bit of a poor performance in a City shirt so far, other than obviously a bright spell in that first game against Millwall. But yeah, I don't really see Rosini changing that front 3. But the one man I do think he will change is that striker, and it's Noah Ohio. Give him bloody game time as well. We've seen what he can do. He's already scored in Tigers shirt. He needs more game time. He looked fantastic when he came on at half-time against Huddersfield. So certainly, I'd start the lad, and I'd start Abdushamir. So that's my predicted starting 11. I know there may be a few shaky bits considering we don't know an awful lot coming into this game. Other news, yeah, I was talking about not Liam Rosina. Liam Rosina's doing fine. Liam Delap, of course, we know he's got his injury. He's going to be on the sidelines for a very, very lengthy spell. Might be the entire season. Might just make it back for the final run-in. We're very, very unsure at this moment. But he is obviously getting his treatment over at the Manchester City side of things. So he's obviously over in Manchester getting treatment and all sorts. He's coming back to the Hull City training ground, though, later on this week to come and see all the boys, which I think is a nice touch. I mean, Hull Daily Mail did put it out saying that the title did seem a little bit clickbaity, saying that Liam Delap's returning back to Hull City training, and everyone was getting all excited. But no, he's just returning to come and see the lads, which I think is a nice touch. Really, really nice. Hopefully, he can make it for that final run-in, where hopefully Wembley awaits. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Last meetings between us and Southampton. Of course, we met them earlier on this season in a last-minute 2-1 loss. Yeah, really love that game. 95th minute we lost in. Of course, we've just reciprocated the factor to Huddersfield, but ours was in a bit more of an upmarket fashion after conceding the equaliser in the 92nd minute, scoring in the 94th. But obviously in this game, Delap scored the only goal for the Tigers in that first half, where at half-time it was 1-1. 2-1 in the 95th minute. Last meeting between us at St Mary's was all the way back in 2017 on the penultimate away trip of that relegation season from the Premier League for the Tigers, and that was a 0-0 draw. Of course, it's 7 years ago now. A lot of things have changed for both clubs, and form can tell us that. Both in the Championship now. Both teams out the last 5 fixtures have got 4 wins and 1 loss. Of course, Southampton, beyond looking about the past 5, they have been on an incredible run of form. Of course, Bristol City breaking their unbeaten streak, the highest streak in club history and also in the league at the moment. So fantastic through Southampton. It's the reason why they are so high in the table, and that's why they are third. Yes, of course. They're looking for that automatic place that currently is being occupied by Leeds. Of course, it seems Ipswich might be out of the race by now. So, yeah, it looks like it will be a very toss and turn game where the winner of this game will probably solidify themselves more in whichever race they're going for. Us, playoff race. Southampton, automatic promotion place. So, very interesting to see this one, how it will play out. I do think it will be a tight game, though. But there is one man to look out for. And, of course, you can't say anyone else for Southampton, can you? The one player to look out for, Adam Bloody Armstrong. Yes, Southampton's man up top. This season, 32 appearances. He's played, appeared in every game for Southampton this season at some point. 16 goals, 11 assists. Yes, that's 27 goal contributions in the Championship in 32 appearances. That is a little bit mental, if you don't mind me asking. So we certainly need to watch out for that lad, because he might do some bits like score a goal or assist or just rip us apart. So we do need to watch out for him. And with that, I will be live streaming on the channel tomorrow with a watch along for the game. Hopefully, we can bring the 3 points back to East Yorkshire and make it 9 for 9 on in the past week, on the week of away trips, as we will be playing West Brom on Saturday at home. An early kickoff that being, but more to come on that after we batter Southampton. Say batter, I've gone for a 1-1. Yeah, I've gone a bit more realistic on this one. I think that we can pick up a 1-1 draw. It will be a tough test. I'm not saying that it will be a walk in the park to pick up a 1-1 against Southampton. Obviously not. They're third in the league, currently just coming out of their longest unbeaten streak in club history. So it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park. But I do think it will be a 1-1 draw on the evening over at St Mary's. I do think that the only goal for the Tigers will come through Regan Slater. I've gone for that sort of like the pick that a goal coming from anywhere, really. Of course, you could make the easy bet saying, a goal coming from Philogene, goal coming from Nor, Ohio, goal coming from da-da-da-da-da-da. But I do think it will be a goal that might come from a little bit of an unknown area, an unknown pocket of play, maybe, being Regan Slater for me. So I'll leave you with that photo of Adrian Jolly, as I just want to thank you all. We've reached 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so thank you very much to everyone who's clicked subscribe. We'll have more details coming out about a giveaway, just to say an even bigger thank you coming out very, very soon. So make sure you like and subscribe so you do not miss out on that. Of course, as I said, I will be live on the channel tomorrow with a watch-along, then my reaction out after the game, so you do not want to miss that. So make sure that you stay tuned on the channel, and up those Tigers. Yeah, buddy.